Welcome to the 15th presentation for the final round of the 2017 Champions Rugby Case competition. The team presenting now is Team Konano. On the judging panel today, we have Elizabeth Vincent, the New Zealand manager of Skin Vision, Jonathan Mason, an independent director, and Sarah Kennedy, the CEO of Livestream. Team will have 10 minutes to present, followed by 10 minutes of Q&A. When there's 2 minutes left, Diana will hold up the 2-minute sign. And when you have 1 minute remaining, Diana will hold up the 1-minute sign. This will occur for both Q&A and presentation. Team Konano, you may begin when you're ready.
Have you ever checked yourself for skin cancer? Because I definitely haven't, because I keep thinking it might happen to someone else, but why should it happen to me? Maybe I should have though, because the numbers for skin cancer are definitely rising. But the trend is also going towards prevention, and that is exactly what Skin Vision is targeting. But there's more to it, and that is what we as Konami Consulting want to show you today. Therefore, I would like to introduce my colleagues, Jan Werner, Valentin Began, Anna Walter, and myself, Gesa Holz. So, throughout our analysis, we came across 2 major trends. First of all, the increasing expenditure on healthcare because of an aging population as well as increasing numbers for cancer. And on the other hand, also the low skin cancer awareness because people don't really know what risks come with skin cancer, and also there are low numbers, only 3.9% are getting yearly examined. And while these trends might sound like threats, they can definitely be turned into opportunities. My colleague Anna will now show you how this applies to your company.
Exactly. Our strategy evolves around pushing the application into the public health sector and thereby pulling the customers in. Because what we see is that companies in the health sector are currently very worried about the increasing costs and seek for ways to determine them earlier. By partnering with them and integrating the app into their current plans, more than 80 million revenues can be generated by 2021. However, customers, on the other hand, patients are not really aware of the risks and they lack commitment to get prevention. So what needs to be done is incentivizing them by credit as well as a reward system, and thereby more than 9 million downloads can be reached. Overall, this leads to a self-sustaining business model and more than 100 million revenue within the next 5 years. But let's first have a look at where the company stands right now. Skin Vision is all about prevention and detection of potential skin cancer. And the more data you have, the better the algorithm gets. So data is really a key. On the other hand, the partnerships drive the revenues. So partnership management as a key skill of yours needs to be expanded, and this needs to be backed up by marketing. Let's first have a look at where the customers are. We've identified 5 major stakeholders. On one hand, the government. The government has a lot of money at its disposal, but it's very slow to react and very bureaucratic. Then there are insurance companies, the public ones who cover most of the population, and then the private ones who cover the well, the better off. They have already a high concern for their health and have the money to spend on it, so the focus here is really on the public insurances. general practitioners are very change resistant, as seen in the case of Fisher and Paykel healthcare appliances, so they are not targeted. But dermatologists are of course affected in the long term because of a higher number of referrals they get. The current undersupply cannot be overcome by the app, because that would require a shift in education. People like Max are the target. Max is 30, he's a New Zealander and spends moderate time in the sun. He's generally very health aware, he eats chia seeds all day, but doesn't think he's really a patient for skin cancer. Therefore, Max, being insured in a public insurance company, and the insurance company itself, are a major target of our strategy. So what can we take away from this analysis? First, there's a unique opportunity to enter and serve the market on a New Zealand-wide level. Second, this needs to be backed up by an extension of the partnerships. And third, the customers, the patients need to be incentivized to use the app very often. How exactly we plan to do this? My colleague Esa is happy to get you through the details of our strategy now.
So the strategy basically consists of two parts, a push and a pull. First of all, in the push, Skin Vision works in a mutually beneficial partnership together with the public insurances. In the pull part of the strategy, the insurances then provide their customers with credits from Skin Vision for more usage and prevention. So let me dig deeper into the push part of the strategy. Here, Skin Vision would provide credits of their application directly towards the public insurance companies. And from here on, they would, of course, then in return get a larger customer base and also in the long run, improved algorithms. Of course, then the insurance company would in return pay a fee for these credits that they have for their customers, but also they of course have lower cost for the treatments that they might have had and also eventually get premiums. My colleague Valentine will now show you how this interaction with the customer could work out.
Now that we have included the app into the insurance policies, we have to make the public aware of that. By sending directly to the consumers an informative letters featuring the details of the new policies, but also on the application will be essential. We recommend to grant 4 credits per year to each consumer. However, negotiations take time. We recommend therefore to educate the population right now through an educational marketing campaign. I will be happy to guide you through this, the details of this campaign in the Q&A. So now 3 scenarios arise. First of all, Laura has respected the insurance policy. She checked herself and she has been clear. She did not pay anything and she can be now reassured. Secondly, we have Max. Max also checked himself. However, he unfortunately have been signal of some high-risk moves. He now have 2 possibilities. First of all, go directly to a dermatologist or to use the Skin Vision Pro features. This will drive more revenue to your company. Lastly, we have Bill. Bill did not do the checkup. Therefore, he has to pay a premium to the insurance company due to the fact that he did not respect the policy. So now, how does this strategy affect our different consumers? First of all, the public insurance can significantly lower their treatment costs. They can also have the opportunity to gain a premium from the people who do not respect the new policy. Secondly, Max can be diagnosed earlier and have higher chance of survival. This strategy also has a positive spillover on some other stakeholders, such as the generalist physicians and the dermatologists, by making more efficient use of their time and also drive more revenue for themselves by being part of the platform. So let's take one step back and look at what you have to do Monday morning. First of all, prepare an attractive pitch including the analysis of the insurance potential cost reduction. Secondly, call already the public insurance companies to scheduled a meeting in order to start the negotiation right away. Now Jan Werner will guide you to the financial impact of your efforts.
Thank you, Valentin. To achieve your targets, scale is vital, and that can be achieved through the insurance companies. And the revenues can be scaled up from 4.2 to $35.2 million. More than 80 million revenues can be generated from the insurance companies alone, which make up less than 20% of their prevention expenditures. And overall, for Skin Vision, more than 100 million of revenues can be generated within the next 5 years. But in the long term, there's definitely more to it. We can expand to other global markets that are rather similar, like the New Zealandish market, like Netherlands with a similar healthcare system, but also the US, which is large, but has a different market, and there you can then tap into private insurance companies. And also the data usage for third parties, like the New Zealandish health IT company Orion Health, can be also utilized. So thereby, more than 3.5 million app downloads in the year of 2021 can be achieved. So we'd like to wrap it up, and we're pleased to present you the push factor to push people into the insurance companies by the partnership, and also the pull factor by incentivizing them through the credit system. That can generate more than 80 million revenues from the insurance companies and more than 9 million new app users. And that creates a sustainable business model with a revenue of more than 100 million New Zealand dollars in the year of 2021. Thank you, and now we're more than happy to take your questions.
Somebody, could you just explain how you're going to, other than how you're going to make that awareness with the consumer?
Yes. So, first of all, we want to create a campaign with the slogan, healthcare that goes under your skin. So, by making them aware of the danger of skin cancer, but also the easy use of the application to really detect if some of the moles are dangerous or not, will be an efficient way to start as a first step.
There was an interesting, the three people, and the third person was going to get a bill from the government. Actually, that's controversial. We require vaccines, I think there's a little controversy about that. Usually, in multiple countries, if you don't do a procedure for your own health, you don't have to pay a penalty to do that. And so, do you think through with the public health service really want the controversy while we're sending people basically a bill to pay premium that otherwise would think through the politics of it?
Yeah.
I got it right? Those three people,
Yes.
one was,
Yeah. So what you're saying is that
one was going to get a premium.
that bill is not really. So basically, that there's a controversy because bill is not really checking up, and that won't happen, or.
Yeah, so it's just like Bill doesn't do what he should do. It was a Bill. Okay. Max doesn't do what he should.
It's the anger guy.
Yeah, it's the end of
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Whatever. There's not a name on it. Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden, Bill gets, you haven't done this thing, so we're going to charge you $50.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
We thought about that
Yeah.
because Bill is one of very few customers. Customers are generally very loss averse. So their reference point is now what they currently pay for their insurance, and they're very afraid of the premium which they would incur, because that would mean that they lose something, and people are generally very afraid of losing something.
So I think probably there's been a little bit of, we don't pay public insurance here in New Zealand. Only companies pay insurance, which is called ACC, which takes them away from risk. So the public don't pay. If you don't go private, you don't pay anything.
But the case may not have it like that, so that's fair.
So there is no, so we don't, so there is no You cannot, in New Zealand public, there is no direct association to them to say you haven't done something. There's no insurance.
But that's even better for the model we propose, because then it's the firm, the company who works at put pressure on him, and it's the firm who would pay the premium and would be very unhappy to do so. Thank you for the question.
You've outlined that each person would get 4 credits per year, is that correct, on this policy? Do you think that's sufficient for credits as for assessments? Another one, if you want.
Yeah, we thought in the beginning that might be a sufficient number for a trial out of this system, because then the checkup could be done maybe twice a year, where you get 2 credits and therefore can use, for example, can check out 2 more. But of course, this number could also be scaled up and increased in the long run. But to first of all see if people actually use the system and are not as scared as Bill, for example, of the fee they would have to pay, that we thought would be a good pilot strategy.
So how would you deal with other stakeholders in this? So we talk about insurers. Is there going to be any data integration with customers that will be that marketing program? What about with the health sector, with doctors and dermatologists? Is there any plan around that?
Well, for the dermatologists, we thought actually about focusing on them first, because they are very much involved in the process, much more than a general practitioner. However, there is a current undersold light, so I have a friend who works as a dermatologist and she has to do over hours. And for them, it's actually very good if there's an efficient use of the app, so they know, they already have an indication of whether the customer who comes to them, the patient, is at high risk or at low risk. And the problem with this strategy was also that the revenue target for the startup could not be achieved, and since the startup runs cash, we disregarded that strategy.
Yeah, that's excellent. But how will you educate dermatologists about the app? Because they may have patients come in and say, oh, this app tells me that this mole is suspicious. What do you think? And if they go, oh, don't use that, it's just an app. Do you have plans around that?
Yeah, if I may take that question. In the budget, we have increased the staffing, we have considered more staffing, and that also falls under the B2B marketing campaign that we have. So we directly educate people who have hold speech as convention to actually get the app not just to the end user but also to the professionals who also have to deal with this new technology on a daily basis.
So filling in the blank, because there's so few dermatologists, let's say we do the campaign, public health system will have to be persuaded that they just won't overload the dermatologist one. So what I heard is they'll be looking at higher risk melanomas or potential melanomas. So maybe that helps. But there could be more of them. The element of success in the program is more early detection. So would part of the pitch to be to add dermatologists, or even to persuade the government, the 16, you're good to go with the 16 next extension? Because, again, what the government might be worried about is if we agree, and then all these patients go to dermatologists, but there's a 9-month or a 15-month or 18-month wait. That's not popular. So,
Thank you for your questions. So, 2 points. First of all, the app will also use as a filter to the people that will go directly to the dermatologist, because I have moles everywhere also. And I may be worried just by having them and going directly to the dermatologist, but that may not be useful. So the app can actually filter the patients that really need to go to the dermatologist. Secondly, we see the risk of the really small number of dermatologists in New Zealand for the moment. However, by only being a startup, we cannot change directly what the government thinks about that. We can start lobbying to the government to increase the number of dermatologists in New Zealand. And thanks to our marketing campaign that will also increase the awareness of the danger of the skin cancer, but also the skin cancer. We will already lobby the government about the need for more dermatologists in the way, and that's up to you, up to the government also to push more people in choosing that specialization.
With your ideas around insurance, do you have an education program that will be sent out to consumers or something around that will encourage them to use the app apart from the premiums? Is there something, because obviously awareness is a huge issue in this country. How do you deal with awareness?
Yeah, we certainly have considered that and came up with a cost sharing model with insurances. So both parties, the app and the insurance, have an incentive of educating people. Therefore, in the budget, we have included that cost for flyers that can be sent out to customers of the insurance, and thereby, it's a cost share base.